So today I want to start a new little series called Sam Reviews. In this series I'm just gonna review things. What a surprise! I just find these things really useful for myself, so I thought they'd be useful for you guys too. I'm just going to review any kind of trans-related products that I get, and also because I'm from the UK, things do work slightly different with shipping and stuff like that, so I do want to put a little bit of emphasis on that, because I remember how much I struggled to find people from the UK reviewing products that I wanted to get that were from like the other side of the planet, so that's what I'm here for. We're actually going to start off on a little bit of a bumpy note, because I mean, I can admit before I even start that this first review isn't going to be incredible, because I no longer have the item, so I don't have anything to refer to. That's a point in itself, as you'll find out. So today I'm going to review the Underworks 998 binder, which looks like this. It is also otherwise referred to as the cotton concealer binder, which you can just Google on the Underworks website, or if you're looking on Amazon. They do sometimes stock them on Amazon, and that is where I got it from. So unfortunately for those of you who want to order from the website, I can't actually help you shipping wise. I actually avoided ordering on the website when I found out I could order on Amazon, because even though it evened out to a very similar price, in fact Amazon might have been the tiniest bit more expensive, I decided that I didn't want to risk the never-ending wait and the customs related to ordering on the Underworks website. So for those of you in the UK, I would recommend, if you don't mind potentially spending a few more pounds, like if you convert it all, to order it on the Amazon website. They don't always have them, but when they do, yeah, you just gotta get on that and you can order them and they will come. I don't think they're on Prime, but they will come within a few days. So because I ordered mine on Amazon, it came in completely discreet packaging and everything. That was not an issue at all. Like I said, it might be different if you order it on the Underworks website. If we first have a look at the pricing. The pricing is kind of a very average binder price. It's not like ridiculously high. Of course, if you compare it to like silly, really cheap binders on eBay, of course it's going to seem expensive. However, those ones are unsafe, and just massive disclaimer right now, do not order binders from eBay that will cost you like £4. I know it's tempting, it really is, but they are unsafe. They are just purely unsafe binders. Always do your research and make sure the binder that you get is safe. It's worth saving up longer than it is to damage yourself, quite simply, just like that. So let's move to the binder itself. Now I just want to talk a little bit about the binder material and the comfort. I didn't find this binder very comfortable. It's why I no longer own it, because I sold it off, but I'll talk a little bit about that in a second. I just didn't like the actual compression bit of the binder. I didn't really like. The compressive bit of the binder kind of feels like, the only thing I could kind of compare it to is like a trampoline, you know, the kiddie trampolines. It's kind of that material. It doesn't really, it didn't really agree with my skin. It felt like it was kind of like rubbing. It just wasn't a nice sensation for me. I also found that even though that was the right size, because I got the wrong size the first time around, when I moved I felt the compressive layer moving every single time, so it didn't move kind of with me, it moved separately to me, and it was really frustrating. I felt like I couldn't really move anywhere without being very aware that I'm wearing a binder, and without it just moving around being really annoying. I had to keep adjusting it, which you really kind of don't want to have to be doing. The outside material was actually really good, so it kind of, as you saw in the picture, looks like a vest, and I actually really like that. The outside material was cotton, and it's just a really super soft material, so the rest of it was really nice, and I liked that it looked like a vest as well. I like that a lot. So the rest of the material was actually perfectly fine, and perfectly comfortable. It was literally just the compressive bit that was not suited to my body at all. So let's move on to binding. The binding aspect itself wasn't actually too bad. It wasn't amazing. The binder that I use now, which I'll review in a later video, is a lot better, but it did do the job. I could wear a top, and it, you know, I did have a flat chest. I don't think I have any photos of myself in the binder, but if I find a video clip or anything, I will insert it for you guys to watch right now, and then that way you can see. So yeah, on a binding scale I wouldn't say it's bad, although every single time I moved and then the compressive layer moved as well, then, you know, the binding level dropped a lot, and that happened a lot for me. So I guess it's kind of, when it was doing the job, it was doing a good job, but then when it wasn't, it really wasn't, you know. So now I want to talk a little bit about compatibility with clothing. I feel like this is kind of a really important one. A lot of people don't want people to see that they are wearing a binder, and I can totally understand that, although I have made an entire binder positivity video as to why that shouldn't be an issue, and I will link it down below because I think there's a lot of really good ideas in there. This binder was actually really good for that. It looks like a vest. Show the photo again, just over here. As you can see, it does just look like a vest. And it's great because, especially if you get the black one, you can't see that it has like a compressive layer halfway and then just vest the other half. It just looks like an entire vest, and that's really, really good because if you're wearing it under a top or something, it does just look like you're wearing a vest. It doesn't look like it's going to be a bra or anything else. It does just look like a vest, and that is a massive, massive pro to it. The reason I actually got this binder was because very famous trans blogger Bertie, he swore by it, and he has sworn by it until he literally recently got top surgery. And I thought, you know, if someone's so into it, there must be a reason. And GCTB was only just really starting, and I hadn't heard of Tea Kingdom yet, so I just kind of went for it, you know. I trusted his word. You know, it's not, you have to remember that a binder isn't going to be perfect for everyone, so I've had quite a negative review, I guess, aside from the fact that it's compatible with clothing. A lot of the things I've said are negative, but it just didn't work with me. Like, also, I have a very small figure, I'm a very petite human being. I had a problem with the material scrunching over here, so it did this thing like this in the middle of my chest, and it was really annoying because it stuck out in clothing and it just didn't look natural. But it's just part of my figure. It's about me and not the binder, because there will be people out there like Bertie who will swear by Underworks and who will swear by that binder, but I'm just not going to be one of those people because it just didn't work for me. And I think a lot of things to do with binding are kind of trial and error, especially with sizing. Do make sure you measure up. That is another actually really, really big thing that I'm going to add in here as a first time binder mistake. Is that I didn't measure myself. I just kind of googled what measurements are going to be in reference to what my bra size is, and I thought that would be close enough, and I was like, well, you know, the bra fits, so the binder will. Binding is completely different. Make sure you get measured. You will find a tape measure somewhere. Do it secretly. Like, you will make it work, and that will be the best way to get the right size. The first time I got a binder, I got a size too big, and then when I got the next one, it was a lot better. I still didn't end up liking Underworks, but at least I had the right size and I could wear it every now and then, just so I had something to wear until I discovered the amazingness that is GCTB. So try not to rush into it. When I first realised that binding is a thing, and binding is a thing that I would like to try, I kind of rushed into it. Like I said, got the wrong size, didn't really research companies or anything. I just kind of went straight into it, trusted one person's review that I've seen and one person's recommendation, and I just like went head on, and that was all I did. But you really, really need to do your research first of all. That will really, really help to make sure that you get the right one for you. It's alright because someone else ended up benefiting from the binder, got it a lot cheaper than you would on the internet. I hope he's making really, really good use of it. So I did sell it on Forwards, and that is always something you can do if you do end up getting the wrong size or a binder that you don't like. Yeah, I think that's going to be all for this review today. If you would like to keep up with my reviews and my transition and everything, then please do consider subscribing. If you like this video, go give it a nice little like, and if you have any questions or any comments you'd like to make, then you are more than welcome to shoot me a little comment down below. I will link the binder on both Amazon and Underworks in the description below. There is also another one that I would recommend you look into, which is the Tri-Top. That is a very, very popular Underworks binder that a lot of people swear by, not just Bertie, because he swears by the Underworks 998, which is what I had before. Look into that one because I've heard a lot of good things about that one, and you know, maybe should I have tried that one, I would have liked it more, but I don't know, and I don't intend on getting it, so maybe have a look at that one before you completely disregard Underworks. Because, you know, it might be a good fit for you. I hope this has been helpful. I am looking forward to doing a lot more of these. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.